Close your eyes, dear. Can you hear the whispers from the void? A dark place. What sleeps there feeds off our nightmares from behind the mirror. There is an eternal war to keep the others out of our reality. Who knows what will happen if the veil was broken? Othercide.
I woke up and saw a devastated sky. Fragments of my past unfolded before me, cutting straight through my already severed heart. Remembering what suffering has done, what suffering will do. I need you. I love all of you, my daughters. You are of me. Put an end to suffering. The other has come for the chosen one. And soon the veil will break. The suffering cannot continue. I can give you my daughters, birthed from my soul. You will need them to fight. The rest I leave to you. Remember me.
Be like you used to be.
Suffering's coming will rupture reality.
They keep coming for us.
Put an end to suffering.
I want to see what you can do to those that hurt me. To those you will hurt. Cut deeper. Deeper still?
The power of prayer protects me.
I gave her life to bring her back. They hurt me, and I'll make suffering pay them back. The plague will kill us all.
Secrets must not know my secrets.
I want
In Othercide, face horror and defend reality against the suffering Other and the nightmare creatures, a malignant race of atrocities. With incredible skills, brilliant strategy, and an army of daughters birthed from the greatest warrior to ever live. You are humanity's last hope against its final enemy. Othercide's battles take place between dimensions, in the cracks where chaos dwells, a place called the Dark Corner. Each is a fast-paced skirmish between your chosen daughters and the forces of suffering. The dynamic timeline system forms the core of every fight, giving you control over not just where and what happens, but when. Shred them down. Each action can impact the timeline, forcing enemies to wait, hastening allies, or triggering off specific events, or at specific times. Place a delayed area of effect attack with one daughter, then use another to push an enemy into it, and yet another set to react to this move with her own strike. Rather than a predictable turn structure, in Othercide, movements up and down the timeline are common, and controlling it as vital as dealing damage or retaining health. The dynamic timeline system also allows for combos, devastating sets of actions triggered by several daughters in sequence, using reactions to do extraordinary damage in a short time. Impressive. Every daughter is her own person. She will develop traits based on how she fights, making her a unique character along the ever-evolving story of your fight against suffering. A brutal killer may become arrogant.
Now that wasn't nice.
A coward fearful. And the athletic ever more celeritas. As she grows and gathers experience, she will also gain new skills in one of 3 classes. Each is a choice, defining her role on the battlefield and the abilities she has access to. Sweep your foes away in a storm of bullets. Rain spears from above. Strike like lightning. Gather incredible strength or keep your allies safe. The choice and the consequences are yours. Every skill can also be customized, from basic attacks to the most powerful in your arsenal. This can add damage or buff a defensive skill, but it can also add special effects, armor shredding, timeline delay, or stranger upgrades. Every character in Othercide becomes truly unique over their life. Death will take you. Healing daughters requires the sacrifice of another, and your forces cannot withstand the onslaught of suffering forever. Each failed run unlocks new abilities, new opportunities, and gives you new options for the next. Defeating each massive boss is a Herculean task, and you will be justly rewarded, with some unlocks bringing truly game-changing effects. Lead your army and save humanity from suffering. When Othercide releases on PlayStation 4, July 28th.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah, Community Manager for Othercide. As humanity's last hope, you lead your army to combat in the dynamic timeline system, facing off against fearsome bosses in epic battles. Your war will not be easy. Here are some tips for getting started in the destruction of suffering and safeguarding reality. You will fight. You will fall. You will rise again. Othercide is a brutal and unforgiving game that will punish your mistakes. Sometimes it's better to die a glorious death, beginning a new recollection with the remembrances you've earned so far. These boons and keepsakes that increase your power vary from simple buffs to changing the fabric of your army's makeup. It may be worth deciding to target and unlock one as the purpose of a recollection, rather than striving for final victory. Your enemies are numerous and merciless. Do not allow them to rest. Move quickly and decisively. You cannot rely on cover or stealth. Flanking an opponent gives a significant damage bonus, increased for a backstab. The massive bosses that bar your way between eras will require these tactics to take down, while always watching out for their complex attack patterns. When enemies are acting, check for their delayed actions and move them and your units around the timeline with abilities. You also have access to burst, spending all your action points at once on a multitude of attacks. This will leave you waiting a long time for your next opportunity, at the mercy of various ominous creatures. Reactions and interruptions are vital to protecting your daughters and erasing foes from reality. A Soul Slinger can prevent enemy attacks within her range. The Shield Bearer can respond to attacks by increasing her armor. And the Blade Master can strike at targets that move or take damage near her. Use this to put out extraordinary damage and buff yourself out of harm's way when faced with unfair odds. Outside battle, you will find useful memories, remnants of the Mother's life. Their power can be installed in any skill or ability to change its effect. This lets you customize and upgrade daughters for specific roles, or to deal higher damage. A Soul Slinger's basic attack, upgraded with armor-shredding properties, is a damage machine. Additional delay and armor on a Shield Bearer slam attack will leave your opponents useless. Faster movement and more AP are extremely valuable on a Swordmaster. Synergize and experiment for victory. Othercide has 3 classes, with 2 intertwined skill trees each, every one of which can be modified by memories. This gives you a lot of choice for how your daughters can fight, and making sure you bring the right weapons to each battle is vital. As the number of daughters you have in your roster grows, their interlocking synergies balloon in complexity and potential. A high-level daughter has at least a half-dozen skills to choose from, many of which have movement or timeline effects, and all of which can be enhanced by memories. Othercide's Codex includes a large amount of information about UFOs and their capabilities, as well as key pieces of lore and the story of this fractured universe. The behavior and actions of your enemies is analyzed and explained. Use this to predict their movements and outsmart them on the battlefield, particularly which daughters they are likely to focus on. For example, the Plague Guard go for the nearest daughter with the most health points, so keep her safe.
In Othercide, craft the perfect army of daughters to challenge the forces of suffering. Off the battlefield, you must be as careful as on it. Life and death still hangs in the balance for your daughters, and the choice to heal one may damn another for eternity. Recovering from injuries is not a simple matter of waiting for flesh to knit and bones to mend. To restore the life essence of a daughter, another of equal or greater power must be sacrificed. A part of her soul will live on within the healed daughter as a trait, but she will be gone. With some abilities costing health to use, it's a delicate balancing act between keeping your best and brightest alive without sacrificing your entire army. At any time, you can also complete your roster by creating a new, unique daughter at the cost of precious vitae. Later in the game, you will gain the ability to directly birth higher-level units to benefit instantly from a greater power. Evolution is not always by choice. Each mission has a chance to generate traits for your daughters based on the actions they took. These can drastically alter their combat capabilities, for better or worse, and should be considered at every stage. Alongside customizing each ability with memories, they make every member of your army truly unique. Stay tuned for more videos and info featuring Othercide gameplay.
Chaque jeu ou chaque œuvre est censé avoir son joker pour pouvoir affronter quelque chose de plus grand que soi, un mal qui est notre némésis. Nous, nos daughters ne peuvent pas exister sans le child.
They hurt me, and I'll make suffering pay them back.
Le child est un enfant traumatisé qui a eu une vie absolument atroce que vous découvrirez dans le jeu. Il est né d'une expérience qui m'est arrivée où j'ai été pendant très longtemps malade d'une maladie orpheline sanguine qui en fait me paralysait le corps ou quasiment me paralysait le corps. Donc lui, il est une version exacerbée de ces traumatismes, mais je pense qu'on avait, lui et moi, la même racine de douleur. La puissance de ces traumatismes est telle que les monstres qu'il crée, jusqu'au boss que vous affronterez dans le jeu, est absolument phénoménal et que chacune de ces créatures peut vraiment détruire le moindre de vos daughters.
My voice destroyed a city. It's not enough.
C'est la philosophie que j'ai en direction artistique, c'est plus on est honnête avec nous-mêmes, on ne peut pas se tromper, il y a forcément des gens qui entreront en résonance avec des choses qu'on a vécues.
Othercide.
The other has come for the chosen one. And soon the veil will break. Suffering's coming will rupture reality.
Welcome to our reality.
I can give you my daughters, birthed from my soul. You will need them to fight. The rest I leave to you. Put an end to suffering.
On your knees before me, so I may absolve you of your sins.
I can give you my daughters. You will need them to fight.
Be like you used to be.
Suffering's coming will rupture reality. Put an end to suffering.